Thanks for joining me today. My name's Lou and I'm going to be taking you through a beginner Pilates class. This class is going to work on your flexibility, your mobility and strength throughout your whole body. And I really hope you enjoy it. All right, let's get started. So find this position on the mat and we're going to come down slowly, articulating our spine until we reach the mat. So let's come down together, roll those shoulders down and back, slowly, with control. It's hard for me, maybe easier for you. Bring your arms back for a stretch, legs out, mini stretch here. Take a breath and bring your feet back underneath your heels, underneath your knees, reaching your arms long beside you. And let's go into some pelvic tilts. Inhale, tilting towards your heels. Exhale towards your rib cage. Warming up our pelvis, our core. And on our next exhale, let's bring our abdominals down into the mat. And as we lift our hips up, keeping our chin off our chest, pressing at the top, taking a breath, and slowly, with control, articulating our spine, vertebra by vertebra, back down to neutral pelvis. And exhale, coming up, winding up. Take a breath in at the top. Raise your hands overhead. Press a little higher. Enjoy this stretch. Are your feet equally pressing into the mat? Here's a good time to check. And articulate your spine down. Slowly melting back into the mat and bring your hands down by your side. Exhale, coming up. Inhale, arms over. Now when you're at the top, let's pulse our hips up for 6. And now we're going to articulate down and bring our arms down back by our side. Hands behind our head for our chest lift. So make sure your head's heavy in your hands for that extra support. And we're going to breathing in and exhale, raising up. Taking a breath in at the top and slowly coming back down. Exhale, calming up, drawing that navel into spine to get more of a lift. Feeling that scoop in your tummy. This time when you come up, can you reach your arms long and pull yourself up a little higher? And inhale, hands behind your head and down one more at your own pace. Reach, lift, and return. Let's go into the 100. We're going to keep our legs into tabletop for this. So lift one leg, 2 legs, arms lengthening long, and lift head, neck, and shoulders. And we're going to breathe in for 5 and out for 5 while we pulse our arms, our hands. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. In. Keep going. Keep lifted. Can you pulse a little bit more? In, 2. If you need to take a break, put your hands behind your head and just coming down for a rest. Otherwise, stay lifted, stay pulsing. 3 sets to go. And coming down. Let's go for our roll up here. Before we do though, let's lift that left leg and lengthen out the leg through. Let's really lengthen and return. So you're coming out of your hip joint, right leg pushing out. That's a really nice feeling. All right, let's not put off the roll up any longer. So inhale, bring your hands up to the ceiling, and then coming up into seated, coming over the beach ball, reaching our hands long and our navel back to the back of the room. Okay, let's try that again. That was a lot of instructions. So coming down, articulating slowly, arms reaching behind, back up to the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, coming over our beach ball, and return. This time when we come down, we're going to stay down for some hip circles. So hands out about 45 degrees. Find works nicely for this exercise. Lift that left leg up, and we're going to inhale and we're going to bring it across our body and up. So let's go for 4 of these. Really holding stable in our pelvis, holding strong. Try not to rock around too much, and let's circle the other way for 4. Bring it back down, lengthening long. And let's bring our right leg up. Inhale to drop down, exhale to come up for 4. This is great mobility for our hips. Super lovely, super important. And the other way. Inhale to drop, exhale to return. Are we keeping stable in our pelvis? 1 more. And calming down. Now let's go with a roll up to come back up again. Inhale, lifting, coming over. Enjoy that stretch through your back. And we're going to go into our spine twist. So arms out long, sitting up, feeling the crown of your head reaching for the ceiling. We're going to turn, twist our body, not just our arms. Twist, pulse, and twist, and a pulse at the end. When your cueing gets jumbled, that's when you know you have a lot to remember. Keep lifted, keep twisting, 1 more to each side, and return. Let's have a stretch here. Reach your hands behind you and pressing up and down. Pressing up. Now can we lift our left leg? Keeping our hips up while we do it. And left leg and right leg. Coming back down. And let's do a short side series. So for this one, we're going to keep our legs long in one straight line. And I'm going to keep my left hand stable for stability on the mat. But if you like, you can place it behind your head for extra difficulty. So let's go with our top leg. We're going to lift and lower for 6. Really reaching out beyond when we lower. Pulling your navel in, ease your obliques lifted. Is there space between your shoulder and your ear? And down. Now we're going to do a short, do 4 front kicks. Kick to the front and back. One more. There's tendency to bend your leg. Can you keep it straight? Bring it back to center. Can we circle for 4? And then the other way. Keep lifted. And let's end with a rainbow. 2, and 1. Okay, let's do some back extension, swan prep. So our hands are one on top of the other. Actually, let's go with our Sphinx today. So arms out to 90 degrees and head on the mat. Let's bring our navel into our spine, and we're going to take a breath, and our arms are going to come up first, and then our head will wind up and everything down at the one time. Arms raise, head raises, and down. One more. Now, let's go with opening your knees out, and let's bring our heels together. We're going to lift just our legs up and keep your heels glued together. So inhale to prepare, exhale, lift and lower. Lift, lower, 3 more. Relax those shoulders down and back. This last one, let's lift everything. Our arms, our head winds up and release. And let's push back into shell, or you might know it as child's pose. Release your back. Take a breath before we go on to our other side. So let's sit up. We're on our elbow, and we have a straight line here. You might have your hand behind your back. My feet are flexed, and I'm raising that top leg for 6. My obliques are lifted, shoulders are relaxed, navel's pulled in, and 1. Now let's kick and bring it back. Is your leg straight? Just go as much as you can. We have plenty of time to practice. And to center. Let's go for circles. Just little circles. Working that hip joint. And the other way. Have you dropped in your obliques? Maybe. Check it. And let's finish with rainbows for 5, 4, 2, and 1. So good. Let's stretch it out. Coming up with our right arm, looking down. Take a breath. Take a moment before we dive into our last chapter in this class. And down. All right, so let's go for it. For the first one, we're going to lengthen out our top, our left leg, and we might actually start sitting with our hands straight. So left leg is long and my left hand is behind my head, and this is my feedback because I'm going to pushing my hips forward. Okay, so I'm going to be coming up, push forward, and then turn and lift that left leg and lengthen that left arm. So creating a beautiful stretch all through my mid-body, but as well a contraction in the glute. For 3, and 2, and come down onto the mat. And for this, we're going to come onto our elbows, tap, tap, working our obliques, coming up. Practicing our C curves. Tap with our toes, lengthen. 3, last one. Okay, coming down onto our right elbow, we're going to come left leg into hydrant and then kick and return. You may not be able to get your leg up this side just yet, but you will with practice. Keep breathing. 2 more. Flexing the shoulders. And down. Other side. All right, so let's bring our right leg long, a right arm behind our neck, and pressing your hips forward, and then turning, lengthen, lift. You'll get the motion. Once that your brain can organize your body in this way, you'll be able to really lengthen through this movement. One more. One more. Push forward and up. Going onto sit bones. C curve. Down. Tap. Tap. Exhale. Lengthen. Inhale. Last one. Coming down onto your left elbow, right hand is into the mat. And we bring our right leg up into a hydrant and kick and return. Really exhaling, lengthen out. Three more. And reaching back. Thank you for joining me for that class. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're feeling a little more lengthened and a little stronger from it. Have a lovely day.